Let's look at some of the mental elements that are proven successful in sports. Not easy to implement, but over time you can shift your thinking. Number 1, don't show off, show up. Doing the simplest of things the very best, mastering the basics and the fundamentals of the sport. Disciplined preparation before a game or during practice, applying focus, intention and purpose. Focus on what you can control, for example, the game plan, the tactics. Don't focus on what you can't control. This could be the opposition or even the weather. Regardless of any variable, you can give 100%. Try everything, fight until the end. Afterwards, recover properly, see what went well and what could be improved. Don't overanalyze, that's not helpful. Number 2, growth mindset versus fixed mindset. A growth mindset says you're always improving and looking to improve at all times, regardless of any other factors. Fixed mindset says you have to prove yourself every time to maintain a reputation, and this could be to others or yourself. A growth mindset says that you're willing to learn from mistakes. Embracing failure means less pressure on yourself and less disappointment. Fixed mindset says you do compare yourself to others. You see failure as a representation of your skill level. This puts pressure on yourself, you enjoy it less, and you get worse results. Emotions. You will lose sometimes by bad luck or by the narrowest of margins. You may lose when you played extremely well. Similarly, you may win by good fortune or win when you play poorly. Regardless, don't get too emotional. Don't over-celebrate, but don't get too down and focus on negatives. We often hear top athletes being described as machines because they keep a solid, steady level for much of the time. Your opponents change, their emotions change. It wouldn't be logical to let others' emotions affect you. For example, your opponent is angry, or maybe they're trying to exploit the rules. Acknowledge it, but don't let it become relevant to your game. Self-talk and body language. You may feel defeated. You may have an uphill struggle to come back in competition. But if your self-talk is negative, it makes it very hard. You're internalizing that maybe you deserve to lose or don't care about the result, which further leads to disappointment and a lack of energy. If you maintain good body language, for example, standing tall with your chest out or your shoulders back, try to smile and keep a spring in your step. This tells your mind you are ready and willing. Positive self-talk will make you believe you can come back, or more importantly, give it a really good go with your maximal effort. The physical and mental elements are linked and intertwined. Remember that. Next up is to want it but don't need it. Have you ever felt before that you wanted something so bad that it just seems to go wrong? Other times you've achieved things without thinking too much of it. That's because needing something creates tension within ourselves, expectation and pressure. Being aware that regardless of the result, you will be okay. Of course you want to succeed, but not overstepping into feeling like you need to win. This will only attract the opposite. For example, Lionel Messi in the World Cup final. Surely his last chance in his career to win a World Cup, and the pressure could have been enormous. The game was in Argentina's hands and very nearly taken away. But throughout, he was not flustered and kept composure. What do you do well? What have you learned? And what do you want to improve on?